thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody that continues to support our channel. Thank you. It means so much to me. Everybody in the Chibi community right now, thank you. I love you all. So the topic I want to talk about today is the anime industry censoring anime's violence and gore way too much? Now, it's pretty obvious where this is going to be and exactly what the answer is, but I want to bring up different aspects of maybe why the anime industry is doing it. So let's talk about that real quick. As we all know, in recent years, there's been a very good lack of violence and gore. Yes, we have anime that have violence and gore. For instance, let's take Brynhildr into factor. We saw some violence and gore. But is that truly as violent as we're used to? Old anime fans, or people that have watched old anime like Higurashi, Elven Lied, Hellsing, Gundam Seed, School Days, Mirai Nikki, stuff like that, you should probably know what kind of gore you're expecting. In recent years, we haven't really seen that. We really have not seen violence like the major hardcore violence fans really enjoy in their anime. And so, why is the anime industry doing this? Why are they, I guess, censoring violence? I mean, we have seen censorship in all sorts of anime in recent months and years. Let's take Brynhildr. In an aspect, a couple episodes back, spoilers kinda, when you saw someone die, you saw them blocked by an object, you could not see their corpse when they died, and so all the violence and grotesque, like, organs and stuff were not shown. For instance, Umi Neko, that I watched a long time ago, actually had freaking, just, yeah, it was awful, okay? It had violence and organs coming out. And so, anime recently tends to censor that. They don't like showing that. And that is something that's really disappointing. I mean, usually, I guess you can't display horror anime a lot. Like, for instance, you can't display the same level as a movie can, like a live-action movie. But anime, in general, has a way to make you creeped out and have that shiver go up your spine to where you're freaked out on watching an episode. But I've noticed in recent years it's not doing that. And I've had this big question a long time from now. Why is the anime industry censoring it? I have a big theory. As anime gets more revolutionized, the more people find out about it, and as more people try to import anime into America, and America tries to get more anime licensed, it has to be suitable for younger audience. I feel like Japan most likely nowadays realizes that a lot of their audience is from America also, or other countries, not just Japan anymore. And so they realize that they have to kind of make it suitable for other audiences, not just, you know, the Japanese audience. So, it's very interesting if you think about it like that, because, I mean, if you think, a lot of anime and a lot of watchers, like, for instance, a lot of watchers, Naruto is massively popular in America. And you have One Piece that's really popular in Japan. Not a lot of people in America really watch One Piece as much as they do Naruto. It's because of popularity. And I feel like Japan most likely has recognized that pretty much more populous, younger audience loves their anime. And so they're trying to make it suitable for the younger audience. Now, let's take this also in perspective. As the years go by, we've noticed multiple anime constantly being censored, and they cannot get away with nothing anymore. Even fan service shots that were actually fine back in the day, even like panty shots and stuff, are no longer allowed. And this is going off topic, but still, what I'm getting at is the anime industry is trying to please the audience for younger audiences, not just the adult audience. And I feel like they're actually incorrect about that. The only way truly to get uncensored anime anymore is by buying the Blu-rays or the DVDs, which is very upsetting, honestly. I mean, if you were wanting to watch on television on Hulu Plus Netflix, you'd have to deal with censors, which is very awful, and it's bad. But still, the point is this reasonable? Is this reasonable for the anime industry wanting to censor anime? Because usually a lot of anime is really focused on violence. They really fuel the violence. Like, different anime episodes actually thrive off of it. Like, let's take, for instance, Mirai Nikki. Mirai Nikki is a survival game that pretty much has people pitted against each other, killing each other to become god of the world. And so, could they really get away in that series if you saw nothing but censors and lack of violence, like there's no gore or anything? Would you actually take Mirai Nikki serious if it was censored to hell and back, like usually today's anime is? Like, Pupa. If anyone remembers that sad excuse for an anime short, Pupa, it was destroyed by bad production and at the same time censors. That was what happened to Pupa, and we could see what censors does to an anime. That is just a perfect example of what censors that tries to censor out gore and violence does in recent years. And it's sad to see that why anime tries to tend to censor things out when they're fine with some form of fan service shots all the time. It's really disappointing, honestly. But the main question here is, will the anime industry ever learn that they need to allow the producers and writers to do what they want with their series? For instance, if they want to add in violence and gore and want to display it to the public, for instance, into an anime format, Should they be allowed to do that? Should they be allowed to do that? I feel like yes, they should be allowed to display the work the way they generally intended it to be. It shouldn't succumb to censors just because the studio thinks it may be too violent for younger audiences. When a manga artist or writer of a series gets turned into an anime, most likely when they write a bloody manga, they don't expect people under the age of 16 or 18 probably to read it or watch the anime, and they expect the adults to actually read or watch it. So that's what I'm getting at. Maybe it's because the anime industry is trying to focus anime more on children than they really are on adults too. I mean, the anime industry is versatile. It has everything. It could be for children, it could be for teens, it could be for adults, it could be for old people, it could be for anyone. But I feel like they're focused on one specific demographic, which is very upsetting because anime is very vast, has so much potential, and in recent years they've been trying to destroy that. It feels like they're destroying their own potential that makes anime so unique by constantly censoring all sorts of things, not just violence and gore, but fan service and all sorts of other things in anime. And so, is the anime industry doing a good job? Please let me know in the comments below. How do you feel about this topic? Do you feel like the anime industry is correct about wanting to censor everything recently? Do you feel like it's right that the anime industry wants to censor gore and violence as much as they do? Do you feel like they should give it a chance and allow, for instance, certain channel networks in Japan to be able to host this content to where they're allowed to have as much violence as they want? Please let me know in the comments below. I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.